What's up, everybody? It's Kenny Cummins here of Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C with my last interview of 2018, like a bonus interview for you all. And I'm excited to be joined with two talented hip hop artists, one representing Kentucky, the others representing former stomping grounds of mine in Ohio. I got the homie Sensei representing the KY. And I got Nova, the Rebel, is out of Ohio. He's with me. How's it going, fellas?
It's going good. It's going good. Going good.
I want to thank y'all both for taking the time and joining me for this interview. Appreciate it. And shout out to Sensei for making this all possible.
For sure, bro. I appreciate you having me on again.
Yeah, so it's always good chatting with you, getting caught up with you, things like that. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Y'all got this song together that y'all have worked on, and look forward to it. But before we get into that, last weekend was a busy night in Lexington. There was the Snoop Dogg concert with Bone Thugs and Harmony and other legendary hip hop artists. And then the after party was you two at Goodfellas. Very delicious pizza, might I add. Talk about the night that y'all had and what was it like having an after party out there?
For sure. Hey, yeah, shout out to Goodfellas for sure. For having us and for Trifection and Nitro Sonic for partnering together and putting everything together. I definitely appreciate Nova coming down, on the 8th after the concert. God, man, it was just a wonderful night. Go ahead, Nova.
Well, what I could say is I definitely enjoyed myself from the top of the day when we got in to Kentucky, because we traveled from Cleveland. So we got into Kentucky. It was pretty much on the go, moving and moving and moving. We had a listening party at Nitro Sonic Studio earlier that day, and then right after, I pretty much had to hurry up, grab a bite to eat, and get ready for the Snoop tour that night. So got myself together, and just had a ball at the show, and then right after the show was the after party. So it was time. Me and was in touch with one of the promoters out there. Again, shout out to Goodfellas, shout out to Nitro Sonic, helping to piece the puzzle together. Just conversing with one of the promoters out there that was also a part of the equation to make the after party happen. Trying to make sure everything was intact for the night. And then once it was, I talked to Crazy, and he was in the truck. He opted out, and it was on and popping. Came up in there, kicked it, real cool atmosphere. A lot of people got to meet me. A lot of people got to meet Crazy Bone. We took pictures, had drinks, had a good time, and we even got a chance to shoot a video even in the midst of that, right outside. So, which was the straightforward with myself and Sensei. So all in all, I mean, it was a very productive night. A lot of networking, good time, and nothing I could be mad at that evening.
So, Lexington, for any of y'all that don't know who Nova is, he signed to Bone Thugs, the Life record label. I'll let you go ahead, kind of spill that over onto them, because they only got to see you one time, but it's about to be a whole bunch, because we about to be out there spinning.
Yeah. Once again, man, I go by Nova, the Rebel, and I'm a part of the Life, which is a spinoff of Bone Thugs and Harmony. It's right in the family tree. It's spearheaded by Crazy Bone and Wishbone, and I'm a part of that situation. They heard me as an artist through some people who knew some people who knew some people, and then it was on from there. Once they I guess caught up with for one of my records that I was working on for my album, because at the time I wasn't worried about any record labels. I wasn't worried about any of that. And it's funny how those type of things happen. It's kind of like trying to find love. When you're looking for it, you really don't find it. But when you're not looking, it pops up, and that's kind of how the situation was with me and Crazy Bone. And it was one of his people that, I ended up reaching out to one of his people and didn't even know it, just because I was promoting my record. And then that person was like, well, I know such and such, and then it just Crazy was tied into the situation, so they actually let Crazy Bone hear my record called Monster that I was promoting, which was the second single off my album at the time. And because I had just came out of another deal, so I had already pretty much had most of my album ready. I just had to throw in a couple of new songs, and Monster just happened to be one of the new songs. And so we was ready to drop that, and when we did drop it, we was promoting it, and then, again, they caught a whiff of it. Crazy heard it and was like, man, I need, who is this guy? Who is this guy? And they told him who I was, and Crazy was like, well, what y'all want to do with him? And it was like, we trying to bring him to you. So Crazy was like, well, let's get it done. And the rest is history. I've been back and forth on the road with them guys ever since.
Shout out to Bone Thugs and Harmony, one of the greatest hip-hop groups of all time. 25 plus years through the ups and downs.
Yeah.
Still holding it down. And I had the privilege of seeing them perform twice in Lexington in the same year. I was at the Snoop concert that night, and it was lit. It was an incredible show. And, sometimes when you see Bone Thugs, you see 4 or 5, and I'm very fortunate I get to see all 5 original members twice. That's way beyond my bucket list. So that was an incredible experience at the Snoop concert. A lot of smoke out there, but it was a fun night nonetheless. So let's talk about the collaboration y'all two have had. Talk about recording the song. How did y'all two linked up for this track?
All right. I had went up to Cleveland, Ohio, some friends of mine, and they had went up there to get an interview with Wish. Well, in the midst of that, I had slid Rich a record, and I was all like, if I can get somebody on it, I definitely appreciate it. Well, a couple of weeks go by, I'm calling, and then I hit Nova up because I was all like, have you heard the record or anything? Whatever. He said he had heard it. He's all like, let's make something happen with it. So he jumped on it and sent me the verse, and it was crazy. I was like Khaled for a couple of days. Did the Nova vocals come in yet? But hey, he put it on, and he put it on for the city.
I'm definitely looking forward to this song. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. I didn't know if you wanted me to interject. Not interject,
absolutely.
but, jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was, he had hit me up in regards to the record or whatnot, and we were chopping it back and forth, and then I got the vocals done, finally sent them over. I was just sending them over like, okay, sound good, all right, cool. So now it's just, I was already coming out there. I was already scheduled to come out there for the Snoop show anyway. So Noah was like, well, why don't we shoot the video while you out here, which made sense. And it was like, well, because I don't know when the next time I'll be out there. So yeah, I'm with it, and we had to kind of maneuver, but we found a way to make it happen, and we got it done. So not only did we get the audio, but we got the visual. So it all came together like it was supposed to. So I'm happy with it.
Absolutely. When we was at, I remember when we was at we was at the studio and you was talking to some of the up and coming artists at Nitro Sonic. You had told them, how important networking was, and I'm here to let you know, as an artist, like networking, like taking the time of an opportunity in the lifetime of that opportunity, like you got to do it. You got to do it, or this wouldn't have happened. Like everything was like kind of like in line, or we made it. We made it fit. We had to,
Yeah,
or it wasn't gonna happen.
yeah, definitely. We had no choice but to make it happen, and it turned out like it was supposed to turn out because we got it done. And so I mean, but that's part of being an artist. Just doing what you got to do to get what you need to get done, finished off, and we was able to execute it that night. So now, I mean, it's even more to look forward to with that record. And just the thing is, like, it's a lot of game that I'm able to give artists that I wasn't able to necessarily get because I really didn't have anybody in front of me that really wanted to just kind of break some things down with me. And I mean, I understand, like, you got consultation fees. I mean, time is money, and I understand that. And so at that point, we already at the studio, and I want to give these artists feedback, but I also know how it is as an artist to kind of wonder, like, well, where am I going? How am I supposed to get there? And it's kind of like, if I go offer a piece of something just to let you know, like, a little bit of the do's and don'ts, then, I mean, I've been through it and able to reach a new level. So it's like, okay, I think I can kind of speak on it a little bit, and that's what I did, man. And they appreciated it, so it was worth speaking to them.
Very, very true. And like your fella said, networking is very, very key if you're gonna get your music out there. And I'm glad y'all was able to make this work, let alone shoot the music video at Lexington. So I'm looking forward to watching this video and seeing people play this song. It's going to be an incredible record. It's going to be definitely
Absolutely.
Something people going to really.
Absolutely. Y'all got my bad, but y'all got Straightforward coming January 2019. We're going to drop the song and the video.
Awesome. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So as far as 2019, as far as, what do y'all have in store individually? Records, mixtapes, additional songs that y'all working on? What do y'all have in the works for 2019?
Go ahead, Nova.
As far as what I have going on, man, just a lot more tour dates. At TL as a label, we plan on doing a lot of touring. A lot more overall music. Just continuous flow of new music, gaining more fans, doing more networking, all the things I can do to get to, an even higher level of music, of branding, of expanding. So just more music, more touring, man, more money, more everything, man, just more. Yeah.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go for sure.
As far as I'm concerned, I've started reaching out to a lot of artists over the tri-state area. Basically try to cover fan base. So I got like 6 or 7 singles that are gonna lead up to my EP, which is gonna be called Coastal Calling. I'm gonna release that in February. And that's where you're gonna get that record. It's gonna have about 7 tracks from me. And you got other people a part of the equation. You're gonna have the Nino Brown record on there. You're gonna have the Nova the Rebel record on there. You're gonna have the Destiny Winter record on there. So everything's kind of coming together, and we're gonna put on for the city, man.
That's what's up. Shout out to you, Sensei. You and I, we've been cool for several years now, and you introducing me to these variety of artists that you've worked with, and I appreciate that. You're one of my favorite peoples in the state of Kentucky, and I know you're holding it down as always. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you got going on in Nova as well, repping the land. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be an incredible 2019. Shout out to Nitro Sonic again. Award nominating Nitro Sonic. They up for a Lexington Music Award for their category. So congrats to April and company. Awesome people as well. Before we conclude this interview, all of you go ahead and promote your social media links and where can people hear your songs.
All right, I go by Sensei Nowa, SENSEINOWA at Sensei Nowa, SEISEN. Oh, NOWA. I mean that's across all social media. And go ahead, Nova.
My IG at Nova the Rebel, not the Rebel, but Nova the Rebel 130. Twitter, Nova the Rebel. Pretty much everything is Nova the Rebel. So whether YouTube, whether Facebook, whatever you're looking at, whatever site you on, just Nova the Rebel, period. So
Hey, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
Man, tell them what you got coming up for 2019, and that you nominated, man. They want to hear about you too.
More interviews, more local music, independent music artists to promote. I've been getting a lot of reactions from people. My duty is just to help keep the word out on good music, for regardless of what genre the music you're bringing out. As long as it's good music, I'm gonna vibe with you. I'm vibing with Sensei. I'm vibing with Nova. I'm vibing KY. I'm vibing with Ohio, all over the country, all over the world if I have to. So 2018 was a nice year. I'm striving for more in 2019. So more shows, more interviews, more everything coming your way for Chilling with Jeff and Kenny C. And again, thank you all for the love on the award nomination. Best Radio DJ for 4 years in a row. It's because of people like Sensei and everyone in the KY area. So much love to everybody. And I look forward to hearing this song. I look forward to seeing the video and everything. And I'm going to keep a close eye on YouTube especially. So, and with that being said, this is the last interview of 2018. Thanks for supporting this show and all the interview guests and all the big things in 2019. For Sensei and Nova, I'm Kenny Cummings signing out. And we'll see you on 2019. Happy holidays to everyone.
Oh, you know what? And one thing real quick.
Yes, sir.
I wanna thank you for, providing this platform for me, Sensei, and all of the artists that you tend to provide the platform for as well. So shout out to you. And again, shout out to Sensei. Shout out to everybody on that grind. And everybody just continue doing your thing. Keep upping the levels.
Yes, sir. Got last word, Sensei, before we head out?
Hey, you know what it is. Hey, it's Sensei Nowa. It's Nova, the Rebel. It's TMV Cafe. Hey, we right here in your backyard. Let's get it, Lexington.
All right. You have a good night, and we'll see you in 2019.
Peace.